Hello, I'm Mike McCann. I have known Nimesh about 5 years, 6 years now. My role in my previous company was product owner / project manager. We were moving to a full Agile, and I needed to come up to speed as a Scrum Master, as that was the direction the company and the industry going. So I turned to Nimesh, having seen his class done within my old company. I knew that he was the one to help me get certified moving forward. What I liked about the workshops was Nimesh allowed me to work at my pace and on my schedule. We were able to do it 2 days a week, which allowed me time to rewrite notes and do any homework and do any reading needed prior to the next class. The other good thing that I liked that Nimesh did was before the start of each class, he would go over or ask questions about the prior class, which forces you to read your notes, rewrite your notes, and understand what you've just been taught so that you can continue the teaching. It's not just have the class, put it aside, and wait for the next class. He forces you and directs you on how to learn what's coming up. Prior to the course, my direction within my company was changing. And I've seen that within other companies, they were getting rid of quote unquote project managers and they were moving more agile. Again, having worked with Nimesh in the past and having seen what he did within my company, he was the first choice to bring me along this growth. And I have not been disappointed. Having Nimesh as the trainer and guide has been exceptional. His knowledge of Agile and how to go from a waterfall product management concept into an Agile concept. Having worked with him before, I saw what he did with a large group of people in a company, and I knew that a one-on-one with Nimesh would get me to where I want to go. His background, obviously, in all things Agile is above reproach. The access to the tools he has through his website have helped a lot. The quick hit videos are really good. I've watched a number of them and they've answered any of the questions that I've had. This program was non-evasive in my personal life. It fit in perfectly with my work-life balance. It gave me everything I was looking for and more. There was no hard sell from the Nimesh's side. There was no pressure on what to do or beyond the class. And the class was held at a perfect pace that we would learn and be able to do, and then add each class added on to that learn and do. The program is professional. The program is well organized and well run. Well, for me, the why Nimesh is because I saw how Nimesh took a organization of 35 people that was working in waterfall, and within 2 weeks had them in their first sprint. And that organization then went on to add more Scrum teams. And then by the time I left that company, they were running full-blown Agile without really missing a step. The professionalism and clear and concise training and the other elements that Nimesh brings to the class are above reproach. I wouldn't have used anybody else but Nimesh. Nimesh not only gave the class and taught the class, but he was able to bring real world experiences to the class and to the training. Mock tests that he can give to you, and those mock tests, then we discussed them, went over any issues, any questions I had on the test questions. It was just a professionally done and truly real world scenarios that you will see outside in your career. For me, again, being old school and probably having grown up with a learning disability, the ability for me to take my notes, rewrite the notes before the next class, and then the fact that you spent the first maybe 10 or 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, going over what we talked about the prior week, that just reiterated what I had learned. So, I like that. Instead of just running into, okay, this is what we're going to talk about today, let's talk about some of the high level concepts from the previous day. I saw what you had done down there. We were able to use the real world scenarios to talk about. The fact that you're able to bring real world scenarios into the class, that just, then it becomes more than just, a book, reading a book, rereading the book and taking a test. It becomes real. The fact that you, throughout all your career and your training, you bring in real world situations. It's not just something in a book or on a piece of paper. It's real. This is exactly what happens. For me, and I'm sure it's for anybody, you get more out of it if you have an interactive situation. The Miro board was fantastic. To me, anytime you can bring in real world situations where that person needs to then, or to do some type of homework to act on what you had given them, it just makes it more of a better learning for me, and maybe for everybody. It just makes it just a better learning, instead of just me sitting listening. Interaction. Show me how to do it, and and then give me the time to do it. That worked out perfect. I like that. I'll keep on checking your YouTube channel. And the other thing I was going to say about the videos is that you can make them interactive.